Namaskar and welcome to this episode of SapnoKePankh When Dreams Get Wings. Through this program, we have been bringing such stories in front of you about students, about people like you and me. They live amongst us who have dreamt and broken all barriers to ensure that they reach their destiny that they wanted. And hard work and determined efforts have paid results. आज का इस एपिसोड में ऐसा ही एक सच्ची कहानी आपके सामने पेश करने जा रहे हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक टू अ गर्ल फ्रॉम इंटीरियर झारखंड फ्रॉम अ प्लेस कॉल्ड Latehar and a village in that district who has broken all her barriers, all the challenges, have defied all obstacles in her life to reach where she wanted to. From that basic government primary school in Latehar, she is now in London School of Economics. जी हाँ, मैं लंदन की सेंट्रल लंदन में लंदन स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स में हूँ और my today's guest is this girl from Latehar in Jharkhand. Her name is Rika Shalimar Khakha and she is doing her masters in public policy in London School of Economics. Rika, thank you for talking to us. Thank you for taking this time and it's a privilege to talk to you.
It's my pleasure to be here.
सपनों को पंख दे आसमां तेरे लिए
कुछ ख्वाब सोए हुए कुछ जागे हुए से कुछ छुपे हुए कुछ भागे हुए से आज ये तेरे नहीं तो क्या है बंजर जमी तो क्या तू हौसलों के पंख लगा एक ख्वाब सजा तू ख्वाब सजा.
Rika, again a Chevening scholar and Chevening scholarship के बारे में आप लोगों को पता है, but we'll talk about that scholarship. But Rika, we'll start off from that basic government primary school where you started your journey from 1L Latehar to another L London. Tell us briefly about a journey from Latehar to London.
So I come from a tribal community and I was born and brought up in a very small village of Latehar district of Jharkhand. There actually I studied mission school, which was the only school in that particular area, I would say. So I completed my schooling from there and then I moved to Ranchi for my higher studies, my 12th and my graduation, my masters. But this journey was not easy for me because the school where I had completed my 10th from, that was a Hindi medium school and I was moving to the city where English was the mandatory subject and the teaching of medium was English. So it was a completely shocking for me and the cultural shock, I would say, that everything was different. Coming from a village to a city, you have to adopt everything, cope up with everything. So it was quite difficult and I faced a lot of challenges, but because of the my parents' support, maybe I was able to afford the tuition and English classes, and then because of that I was able to cope up with the the learning pattern, and then I was able to score a really good marks in 12th and graduation.
So how much was your percentage when you did your 10th?
In 10th, my percentage was 50, and that was like disappointing for my parents as well. But I was not satisfied with that mark. But I would say that when I moved to Ranchi, I was thinking that that was enough marks, and because I don't. In Ranchi, when I came to this environment, I was thinking that I don't belong here, and So when I started my journey in 12th and graduation, after coping up with the English language and then through the tuition, I was able to score like beyond 60 in my 12th and graduation. That was a great achievement for me.
Right. I'll just ask you one question here. 50%, which is second division, right? Which year are we talking about?
This was 2005.
2005. आज जितने भी पेरेंट्स हैं शायद आपके बच्चे 9.5 से ऊपर ना मिले तो आप लोग दुखी हो जाते हो, है ना? I keep hearing about these stories from my friends whose kids pass on their 10th and 12th. But here there's a story, second division in her 10th and a Chevening scholar in her post-graduation. That is possible. So students who have good marks, बिल्कुल अच्छे मार्क्स मिलना अच्छी बात है. You can obviously having good marks will always give you a lot of leverage, lot of opportunities will open for you. But if you don't get good marks, that's not the end of the world. That's what I want to do, give the message. Here is a live example who has proven this. 55 lakh rupees of scholarship in 9 months. It's not a joke, but you can achieve if you have that dream and you're determined to achieve it.
आँखों के गहराए निशान ढूंढे नई एक दिशा धागे रोशनी के मांगे मेरी दुआ जिंदगी ने दी सदा सपनों को पंख दे आसमां तेरे लिए बादलों से काट लो लम्हे जीत के.
So 50% in 10th and 60% plus in your 12th, right? जो because of your English थोड़ी सी घबराहट भी हुई थी, थोड़ी सी complexities भी हुई थी, but you have overcome all of those. I remember what was that character, शशि. आप लोगों को याद होगा इंग्लिश शशि श्रीदेवी जी की बात कर रहा हूँ जो इंग्लिश सीखी थी अपनी to prove a point to her husband, and here is Rika who went through those English speaking courses to prove a point to the whole society that हाँ मैं भी कर सकती हूँ. इंग्लिश नहीं आती थी क्या बात, मतलब कोई बात नहीं, अभी इंग्लिश सीख के I will show that I can as well. That was probably your first barrier that you overcame, right?
Yes. And then I think after I faced that challenge, I cope up with that challenge. I think that was the biggest confidence booster for me. And then I gained a lot of confidence because of that only. And that was one point I think I got the confidence that I can do anything in the world, whatever challenges comes up, I will definitely deal with that. So.
And how much percentage was it? Like 60% plus आप कह रहे थे 12th में?
Yeah, in 12th I got 63 and in graduation I got 67.
And which college, what subject did you do in your graduation?
So I did commerce. Yeah, so I did a bachelor's in commerce in my graduation.
Right. And after that, what we are talking about 2007, 2010 timelines?
Yeah.
Right.
So and then I did my masters, and for that also after my graduation there was nobody to help me with the career, what I have to do after this graduation. My parents they were always after the government job, but I never wanted to confine myself in that a small job. They wanted to have me like, even if it is a low paying job, you have to take it because this is good for girls and something like that.
So Rika, I remember you told me your mom is a primary school teacher. Tell me the name of that village where you come from in Latehar.
So that village is Mahmadad. Yeah, so where actually I born and brought up, and my mother was always also teacher over there.
And you did your 10th from that village school?
Yes, I did.
Is Latehar quite known to everyone in Jharkhand probably, but then for the rest of India I haven't heard about Latehar before, and that's probably my ignorance. But I'm sure coming from that kind of a difficult background where you said basic government school, the infrastructure must have been quite low, and from there coming into Ranchi and then just going up the ladder from 50 to 63 to 67. Now let's hear what you did in your masters in India.
Yeah, so the first masters was in social science only, rural development. So I did that from Xavier Institute of Social Science, which is again it was situated in Ranchi.
And that's a very prestigious institute, right?
A prestigious institute. And then my parents were they wanted me not to go outside and pursue my studies. So this was something maybe they were worried about me because because of the being a girl, you have to face these kind of challenges. I had a lot of offers from Bangalore and then other cities, very good institutes, but my parents never let me go outside. So I completed my study from there, masters from there, and then I went to landed in Delhi for first job. So that was again the transformation phase where I coming from Ranchi to Delhi, again that was a challenging place for me to cope up with the things, but I did it well, I think.
So from one small village school till your 10th, till probably you were 16 years, to Ranchi and then to Delhi. We'll take a break in this episode now, and we'll come back and keep talking to Rika about how she coped up with her job in Delhi, and she went to rural Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, I believe, and then subsequently what made her to change her mind from earning a lakh of rupees of salary to actually quitting the job and then trying out for a scholarship for her masters in LSE. We'll come back in our second episode talking about this with Rika. We'll talk about how she went about, how she failed in her first application for her Chevening scholarship, and how she kept on डटे रहे और फिर दोबारा Chevening स्कॉलरशिप के लिए अप्लाई किए और फिर उनको Chevening स्कॉलरशिप मिली. जाइएगा मत, सेकेंड एपिसोड देखना मत भूलिएगा. दिस इज सपनों के पंख, when dreams get wings, and this is Rituraj signing off from London.
एक दिशा, धागे रोशनी के मांगे मेरी दुआ, जिंदगी ने दी सदा. सपना